Hello, welcome back to FatherofTwo Plays Pillars of Eternity Blind. Last time we spoke to Ranga, down here in Anslog's Compass, and she had a little mission for us before she would help the lady in Gilded Vale.
Of course.
Whose daughter, or I guess not, we don't know it's a daughter, whose child was possibly, or most likely, going to be born hollow, or Hollowborn. So, we want to help her. Because that sounds like a terrible fate. As a man with children, I can't imagine what that would be like to have children born without souls. Though sometimes you might feel like they have no soul when they, like, slap you in the nuts. And laugh about it. But, trust me, they do. They have souls.
Hey.
At least I'm pretty sure they do. Okay, let's get a little sneak attack in here. And then we'll back up, and... Oh, you know what? I need to change my ordering a little bit. And have her nearer to the front, but that doesn't matter too much right now. Let's have him drop out, so that they see him, and are forced into conflict with him. Knock him down. Now... Oh, I thought I gave those to Halcyon. They'd probably be better on him, but I'm not sure about that. Wolf, you could get in there and attack too. I mean, we might as well mark a target, right? Yeah, well, I guess. Might as well. Relative. That was fast? Not afraid of Zalrips. I think that's how you pronounce that. Okay, so...
Right, then.
I did want to switch up my... formations? Custom formation. Right-click to modify. There we go. I forgot how they did this, but this is a really easy and cool system for that. Alright... And... I was thinking I should do some... the traps. That's right. We'll take those off of you. Give them to Halcyon. Now, let's check on this armor here. It's not really better. Its damage reduction is less. It definitely looks cooler. Anybody else? Oh, maybe it'll work for her. Yeah. Excellent. And she looks bad arse. Maybe we will find her a new headgear that looks cooler. Caro Golan. Oh yeah, we read about that. It's some type of, like, chew or drug or something. You get addicted to it, and then you need to use it all the time. Now, we want to find a ranged weapon for her. Wonder if this pistol would do the trick. Looks like it would. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Fists or a gun. And let's equip these. Oh yeah, he has other traps. Noxious Burst Trap. Okay, and this sword... Spears. Can they attack from a distance? That's a one-handed weapon. That's pretty cool. Maybe I will... I like spears. I believe that Morrowind had spears in it, and I wish the other Elder Scrolls games would have them. I like them as a weapon choice. Let's take a look. Let's compare them. There we go. This is only pierce damage. So really, it's just a downgrade because, unless it has range, which it might. Otherwise, it's just a downgrade because this will do slash or pierce, depending, the sword, I mean, depending on the resistances. That's the word I was looking for. Frick, that took me a while. Alright. Oh, we already have a Tanglefoot, so maybe we can stack them. We can. And Warhammer. Well, it's a one-handed weapon. Now, let's check the shield compared to his shield. So the one he has bashing. Perhaps we should stick with that for now. But maybe Halcyon could use this. Yeah, let's do it. And we'll switch back to our bow. And then we'll get rid of these things. Minor endurance potion. Maybe that's a good idea to put on our friend here. Adir? Adir? I think it's Adir. Now, check our stash. And let's look for helmets to put on. Well, that's a cool looking one. Brog helmet. Looks like you could hardly see anything. Maybe she doesn't need a helmet. Do they do anything? They don't seem to do anything. They're just for looks, it looks like. Well, if it's just for looks, then I'll keep her like that, because I like how she looks. Okay, well, let's quick save.
Course.
Not that what I did was that important, but I would probably do it again. Okay, there's a cave here. Should we check out the cave first? I vote that we search the whole area first. And my vote's the only one that matters, because I can't hear you guys right now. That would be weird if I could. Now, let's stealth.
Lay low. Yes.
Let's try and remember how to use these buttons. Yeah, okay. That's actually quite handy. Alright. Oh, that's, that'd be a dragon skull if I know my dragon skulls, and I think I do.
Well?
Multiple dragon skulls. Another exit, perhaps? Yes. Now, the Zaurip seem to worship dragons. It might even say that. It might even say that in the bestiary. Or the cyclopedia. Oh no, it's a bestiary. Do we read about the bears? Let's read about the bears. I don't think I read this one. The Deerwood has a healthy bear population, though most avoid the civilized areas and roads used by kith. Nobles sometimes hunt bears for sport, but most colonists, old-timers, and Glenfithans simply avoid them. The forests of the eastern reach contain game that puts up far less of a fight than an angry bear. And boars, I think we read about. Earthblight. I don't think we read about these, so let's do that now. These amorphous clouds rapidly swirl with violent energy. Within the maelstrom, dozens of humanoid shapes materialize and vanish within an instant. Faces scream in silent agony, while hands desperately clutch and claw at the air around the mass. Bioics, spirit winds, as these storms are known, often create blights. If souls are ripped free of the bodies and caught at the center of the storm, they become stuck together and bonded with one another, with any other elemental substances in the maelstrom. They are pure chaos and confusion, and destroying them is considered a mercy to the souls trapped within. Experimenting with blight creation is yet another questionable activity that has earned animancers a bad reputation in many circles. Some see it as dangerous and inhumane, others as a means to an end. The creation of blights is an accusation many fearful kith level at animancers. I remember those things, so flame blights are gonna be much the same. Yeah, just flame is the element that they bonded with. Ghouls. I don't know if we read about these. I don't think so. I think that's pronounced ghoul. It's either ghoul or gull, but they look like ghouls from Lovecraft to me. It is generally understood that ghouls retain enough cunning to make dangerous hunters and adversaries, but not enough to be concerned about their rapid deterioration. Like darghouls, they are drawn to secluded environments, though some gravitate towards cemeteries in search of readily available flesh. The meat of dead kith satisfies some of a ghoul's hunger, but it does little to sate their need for soul essence. Inhabiting a graveyard may actually hasten a ghoul's decay, as it reduces their incentive to seek out living sources of food. Gross. Level 3 vessels. Ooze we've read about. Shadows we've read about. Skeletons I do not believe we've read about. Skeletons no longer require flesh or essence, but their drive to kill has been instilled over many stages of progressive decay. As a result, they will attack anything that approaches them, but they won't attempt to consume it after it is slain. The essence that animates them is energy at its most basic level. As the skeleton has lost all measure of will, intelligence, or personality, if not killed, the skeleton may eventually grind itself into bone dust, or its essence may finally evaporate into the ether. Skeletal savants are the remains of warriors, wizards, and other adventurous types. They are similar in overall properties to other skeletons, but they are often more capable in combat, and often retain rudimentary skills from their adventuring lives. Death guards are an aberrant form of these skeletons, as they are skilled, powerful, and intelligent. When vampires wish to avoid the gradual decay associated with their condition, they can engage in a risky, expensive, and extremely painful process that separates the tissue from bone and leaves a perfectly aware skeleton. And this is that... Are they vampires? In this case, essence does not decay in the flesh, and it instead resides in the bone, a much hardier substance. Since the newly created Death Guard requires virtually nothing to survive and will not naturally decay further, it can live until it is killed. Gross. Skulders we've read about. Trolls. Did we read about trolls? Yes, we did. A Wict. Did we read about Wicts? I do not believe we did. I don't remember this picture. That's frickin' terrifying. Upon the onset of Widewind's legacy, desperate families turned to animancers for help. Transferring a lost soul into a living body was out of the question for most, since almost all such transplants resulted in an immediate awakening of the transplanted soul. The soul would regain the memories of a previous life rather than that of the recently born child. Animancers were pressed to come up with a quick solution, though they cautioned against such haste. If an animal soul were put into a soulless child's body, the child might gain awareness, instinct, and volition. It was suggested that, as animal souls possess less individual personality and memory than kith souls, the children might be able to grow into their new soul over time, an imprint over the weaker animal spirit, thus developing into healthy children. Transplants were quickly performed throughout the Deerwood, and tens of thousands of afflicted children underwent the process. These children did seem to regain awareness and volition, and for a time, the saved children were believed to be cured. As they aged, however, it became clear that the saved were not like other children. They held little understanding or concern for social norms, and often behaved strangely. Upon reaching adolescence, these differences began to manifest in physical changes of an entirely different kind from their maturing peers. The children began to turn into wicks. Terrifying. The first of these was an Orlan adolescent. Having come of age, she sprouted bestial fangs and acquired a feral appetite. Though her family attempted to hide her condition, she eventually butchered them in their beds and escaped into the wilderness. Other saved children soon followed, and vast numbers of the broken families were forced to witness their children's transformation into ravening beasts. Also terrifying. That sucks big time. For all the people involved. Oh, we got a ghoul? Ghoul. More than one ghoul? It appears not. Oh, but there's a Zalrip over there. He didn't see us. Okay, Edir.
Hey.
Break stealth. They're fast. Okay, so we're gonna have to switch weapons here. Let's mark them. And everybody else you can attack as well.
What is it?
That's it.
Yeah, I kinda like the spear. Let's switch back.
Hey.
And then me and Edir don't have to fight over weapons. Of course, Edir would get it first because, you know, he's... Oh, something in that skull.
Hey.
He's the frontline fighter.
A blade in the dark. Hey.
Oh, we didn't also select him. There we go.
And what does the flame reveal?
Now. Let's check and make sure there's no trap here.
Hey.
And just in case there is, let's move everyone back a bit.
What?
Turquoise. A page from Fulvano's Travels. We found his boots, I think. Like, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Fulvano's boots and Fulvano's gloves. Page from Fulvano's Travels. I met a helpful Deerwood woman while in Gilded Vale. She was an invaluable guide during my time in that sorry village, and agreed to accompany me some part of the way towards Anslog's compass. We parted ways in the wilds known as Magran's Fork, but I gave her my amulet so that she might remember me fondly. Perhaps I will return to these lands someday, after all. Did we get that locket? Yeah, we did, or amulet? We did.
Hey.
So we've been kind of following the footsteps of that guy. That's kind of cool. Let's have Halcyon forge ahead. Oh, maybe it don't matter too much.
Hey.
He's on a little bit of a patrol around that body. Okay. Halcyon,
Well?
why don't you draw him over?
No prisoner!
I like how long a range that bow has. In fact, I like almost everything about this game. So far. Get you in there. And... you could shoot. Trying to get used to my mouse buttons here for selecting, because that'll make things a little quicker on me. Okay. Oh, shoot. That doesn't seem good. A Zalrip champion. Okay. Well, let's attack him. And what does this do again? Right, increases your how many people can be engaged with you, or enemies, I should say, at once to 3.
Well?
Oh my goodness, this is not good. Alright. Do we use a spell? Probably a good time for it. First... let's hit these guys with that. And... what else? I guess I wanted to mark that guy. Let's use this for now. You can attack Wolf. I can't select you with a quick button, so you attack. Let's knock down this guy. And perhaps we're gonna move him up to use some magic on this guy. Actually, Fetid Caress. No, let's use Necrotic Lance. We're only hitting one guy, but I think it's worth it. Now, let's back him up. Let's watch to be ready with that. And let's start working on these guys from, like, left to right. Okay, let's see what happens here. Ooh. Can I cancel his spell? Because this would be an excellent time for this. Yeah, that worked good. Now she is getting hurt a bit, so Torment's Reach. And we're at... Oh, I see. This number's counting up. Ah, I get it. Okay. I should dink around with his chanting as well in the future here. Now, that would be a great time to use a couple of these, but maybe, like, great placement, but maybe not the best timing for it. But more fire might be just what the doctor ordered. And shoot that priest. He's our biggest threat right now. Now you need to heal yourself. And you might as well use this right now. Okay, the priest is down. That was important. Now, back you up. And you could use Force of Anguish on this one.
Okay.
Oh, it's down. Okay, Force of Anguish on this guy then. Halcyon, why don't you help out your wolf? And Adir. Knock this guy down. It's not going to matter too much. He's almost done, but we'll do it.
That's it.
Alright, another one down. Now, use that. In fact, no, I guess we can't all attack, but these two can help the wolf. Adir. Help the wolf. You can attack there. Actually, you might as well help over there. Done. Oh, not quite done. One left. Oh, the wolf got paralyzed, I see.
So much for you.
It looks like we did it. Clear out the Zaurips. Rather than take payment, Ranga has asked me to help her Zaurip assistant, Tana. It seems that he's being hunted down by members of his old tribe. Their camp is at the northeast section of the lagoon, and Ranga has asked me to deal with them. I dealt with Ranga's unpleasant neighbors. Perhaps now she'll be willing to help in turn. Excellent. Well done, party. Anything special in here I need to take note of? Doesn't look like it. So, to the stash with it.
Hey.
And might as well give it a save. Now, there's a body here.
My eyes are peeled.
I don't know that there'll be a trap here, but
What is it?
you never know. Fine crossbow and Fulvano's letter. I think I put that on a deer here. Nope. I put it in my stash by accident. Fulvano's letter. This can go in there. Right, we have a strange bony, reanimated black cat. It's kind of cool. I actually kind of like that. Maybe it should be our new pet for a while. It's disturbing. I don't know if it will affect like what people think of us if we have this instead of the adorable hound dog, but let's do it for a bit. Fulvano's letter. How is it that so grand a journey as mine should lead me here? The people of Deerwood call this pitiable lagoon a sight to see, but all I have experienced here is misfortune. I thought to explore the cavern by the water, only to discover it was home to sporlings. I went to see the vaunted compass and lost the bulk of my letters when I tripped over some driftwood, and at last I made it to inspect the dragon skulls nearby, only to be menaced by some foolish little Zaurips. I will return to Gilded Vale as soon as I catch my breath. At least the Zaurips do not appear to have fought. So he's dead. He was in the middle of writing his letter, and he was killed.
Hey.
Huh. That's not the end I was expecting for him. I suppose we should stealth around still. If only to check for traps, but it's so slow. Okay, we can search that tent. Feel like the maps are a little smaller than Baldur's Gate, but quite full of stuff. I might be wrong there, though. Clamshells and crab carapaces litter the coals. Yeah, good eating in this area. Okay.
Hey.
Let's check this tent. Scroll of Prayer Against Fear. You should take that. Minor regeneration. You can take that. Turquoise. There we are. Okay, so I don't know what those... Yeah. What did he call them? What were they? Sporlings? I don't know what sporlings are, but they sound terrible. I guess it's good to know what we might be up against over there. So he was adventuring around, like, in front of us, like... He wasn't that far ahead of us, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Fulvano. Okay, we got a few of them here. And it looks like our priest got in there first. Oh, don't disengage, though. So let's use Holy Radiance. That was a little impetuous of me, but I think we'll survive anyway. I should have been stealthing. Right, I keep trying to remember to use these keys to attack and such. And Halcyon, no, you're that one. By keys, I actually mean buttons on my mouse. It's a little easier sometimes to just mouse over everybody. Okay, take that one down. And take this one down. Alright. Not the best fight ever, but not the worst either. Did I stash? Okay. Double-clicking the stash seems to work as well. Let's go back into stealth. I like the system where you take, like, overall damage, and you have to watch that, so you need to rest every so often. That's pretty cool. At the center of a ring of jagged stones, this boulder casts long shadows across the sand as the sun moves overhead. A lovely sight! What we could do, or would that we could spend more time by the sea, I think is what he said. I didn't quite read it. What was... Oh, okay, I see. Couple more ghouls.
Hey.
Okay. Now, let's put his defense up.
Hey.
There, wait till they get close. And now, we'll mark. Feel like the bigger ghouls are tougher, but I think that's just what I feel they should be. Because they're larger, but I don't think they actually are tougher. Now, you could attack there. You could use this because they're basically free. Oh, wait. Does that hit my own guys? No, it never seems to. Okay, you can get in over here then. Actually. Oh, you're gonna go around that way, then attack this guy. Alright, the entire party could shift their focus.
That's it.
Well done. I don't know what vessel flesh does for us. I guess it's probably for... If I had to guess, it would be for...
Keeping an eye out.
What's the word I'm looking for? Enchanting. That's probably what I'm looking for. Oh, slow mode. Double speed. Okay. And regular speed? No, that's pause. Well, I prefer it to be in slow mode for the fights. But can I turn off... Yeah, okay. Regular speed is fine, but... If the fights are going poorly, it would be best to be in slow mode, I think. We should go sell some of our stuff soon. Yeah, good enough.
Hey.
Light, flame, and sound. Ourselves.
Something in the sand here. This is quite a beautiful sea, actually. Amethyst? A page from Fulvano's Travels. Oops, I put it in my stash again. There we go. Now, you could probably equip this. I'm probably going to forget you have potions at all. Repeatedly. And let's read the letter. Page from Fulvano's Travels. Let me have a drink here first. While traveling west towards Gilded Vale, I encountered a fellow traveler of some considerable intelligence, and we engaged in pleasant conversation. It came to light that the poor fellow had the most execrable? I don't know that word. Pair of boots upon him. I gave him one of my spare sets, that he might better appreciate Valian craftsmanship. May they serve him well, for he said he intended to cross the wilderness known as the Black Meadow. I cannot imagine it is a pleasant place. So we found those boots. Maybe we climbed to get them? I can't remember. But we found that guy's boots. Take a little look around here. Check our full-size map. We pretty much explored the entirety of this place.
I shall.
Oh, not just you, everyone. And we probably don't need to be sneaking anymore. Though that could turn out to be a fallacy. Okay, so we just have the cave to explore. Should we do that before we return to our friend, Ranga? Ranga? I think that was her name. Let's save first, and I think we should. If you can't tell by the fact that I'm heading over here. I don't know that it'll go well for us, but we'll sneak our way in there and see what happens. That's right, lead the way, Ruffy. I think that's what I called him after the dog I killed in Baldur's Gate.
I shall be discreet.
Okay, let's head in. What did he say was in there? I remembered a moment ago, and now I don't remember. Somethinglings? Seedlings? Sporelings. Oh, dear God. Dank spore.
Yes.
I mean, we just saved, so why don't we try our luck? But I doubt this is going to go well for us. Now, drop out of stealth and take up residence here. Right, I still have my thing on that has him engage 3 opponents at once. Oops. You, and you. Move up a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, good time for one of these, maybe? Oh, didn't mean to disengage with the wolf. Maybe we can fix this. And you should heal.
What is it?
I think we disengaged again. Not the end of the world. Now. Skeletons. Okay, skeletons. Get in there. And everyone focus on this guy now. He shouldn't take long. And you can use this. Now, actually, let's take our 3 skeletons.
If we to go down, take them all with us!
And I suppose let's just get in there. They don't seem to be able to move, those ones.
That's not very helpful.
She's getting injured. That's not a big deal, though. This counts as a new fight, it seems. So, we'll mark target.
Well,
Stay on target! Okay. Dank Spore 1 down. Dank Spore 2 engaged. Oh, Halcyon doesn't... Halcyon has his spear out. It doesn't seem to be able to attack from long range, but... appearances could be deceiving. Did she get poisoned or something? Oh, she was confused. Level up. Been a while since I've seen one of those. Survival, athletics. Let's bring up her athletics. And I guess we'll go 1 into stealth. Keep her a little stealthier. Now, so many skills. Shots on the run. No, that's not something we need. Heart of the Storm. Right. Wound binding. So it can be used on herself. That could be handy, and I might pick that up. Graceful Retreat. Grants bonus to all defenses against disengagement attacks. That could be handy for her. No. Will defense. That could be good. Hold the line. Okay, that might be something for a deer. Bloody Slaughter. All attacks at enemies with low endurance convert some hits to crits, and those crits do additional damage. That could be handy for her. Vulnerable attack. Characters slow down their melee attack speed to bypass a portion of their enemy's damage reduction. That could also be handy. Weapon focus. Is there any that helps her with her fists at all? Doesn't appear that way. Sorry, recording stopped there for a sec. I'm sure you won't notice too much, except that I just told you. Significant boost in damage. No. Dangerous implement. Nope. 2-weapon style. No. Well, I mean, we could make her into a dual wielder. That's an idea for the future. Interrupting blows. That might be good, too. And what about class 1? Mortification of the soul. The monk immediately inflicts raw damage on himself or herself to gain a wound. That could be handy, actually. Acolyte's Radiance. No. No, those are all for the different classes, right? Veteran's Recovery. No, well, that could be handy, actually, but I think we're either going to get Mortification of the Soul, or we're going to get Vulnerable Attack, Interrupting Blows, or Bloody Slaughter, I think. We're going to go with Bloody Slaughter this time. Boom. Alright, lots of dead people in here. We should probably check for traps. And...
A blade in the dark. Hey.
That's done like this. It's a nice system for it. There's just one thing. In Baldur's Gate, you had several skills to use. Not that that was bad per se, but this is just a little more streamlined. Yes. In a way that I appreciate, but does not detract from the game itself. Oh, you know what? We want to take that off for now.
What is it?
Cave coral. Take all. Some more of that juice. There's a pile of bones there. Moss and mold cover the bones like a blanket. They smell earthy and wet. We should have bought some lockpicks in town. This is probably going to be locked. What is that? Durance has discovered something. It's my timer. Fine wand. Hello. Tricorn hat. Oh, sick. There we go. Oil. To the stash. Silver. But the fine wand. That was my timer, by the way. I'm sure you know that.
What is it?
By now, if you've been watching the whole thing. So, it's just a crossbow, not a big deal. However, wonder how many things like that we've already missed. A fine wand is something. And this will probably just look off. Oh, yeah. Maybe it would be better suited to this guy. Hold on. Let's see if we can trade. Haha! Yeah, that looks awesome. I don't know if I like this on her so much. Oh, it's intellect +1, though. He might... That's actually... It's not bad. So she can have it for now. Hey. Well, I guess we'll find out what our friend has to say after this, or what she can do. So, until next time, if you enjoyed it, please leave me a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought. This is FatherofTwo, signing off.